Has it really hit you yet? At 38 years old, you're the head coach of the New York Giants?
You know what? We got a lot on our plate right now, and we're focused on the task at hand and working to put a staff together and so we can get the ball rolling.
Now, when you heard the news that Tom wasn't going to return, Ben, did you think that you were the favorite? Did you kind of figure out that you might have the inside track to this job?
No, when something like that happens, your thoughts go to Tom and all the accomplishments that he's had here in his career, and really to honor him. And you don't think of something like that until the opportunity comes in a phone call, and when it does, that's when you have your opportunity to jump all over it.
Ben, when you came over from Green Bay to become the offensive coordinator, there were so many things written and said that McAdoo is the coach in waiting. When Coughlin's time is up, it's going to be Ben McAdoo's job. He's so highly respected in this league. Did you get the sense when you came over that you were, in fact, the coach in waiting?
No, when I came in, we had our hands full. We were working to put in a new system, a new offense, and I was trying to learn everyone's name in the building and the players' names, and teach the system to all the coaches to get everybody on the same page and get everybody to buy into what we were trying to do. That was the farthest thing on my mind.
So, even though you're confident in yourself and you're going into a situation, you never thought that, hey, this 10 years Tom's been here, if I do a good job, that maybe one day I might have his position?
No, to be honest, I was focused on trying to get the offense on track, and knew we had a good nucleus of players and trying to put them in position to be successful and get Eli on track as well as everybody else.
Coach, obviously the numbers tell that you did a very good job with the offense. Eli drastically cut down on the interceptions. But the last couple of years, they have not been good in the red zone. Is that a concern, and how do you plan to try to fix that?
Well, actually, last year we were pretty good third down and in the green zone. For a while there, we were a top 5 green zone team. This year, we had our challenges down there, and that's something we need to put our time and effort into here in the off season and study that and study ourselves, see what we do best and where we need to work, and then maybe study some other teams as well, teams that are having a little more success. And then really a lot of the problems come back to being sound fundamentally and the turnovers down there. We had way too many turnovers down there. We had penalties down there. We had a lot of long yardage situations. You're trying to throw the ball on second down and 10 on the 12-yard line. That's tough duty. There's not a lot of room to operate right there. So we need to take a look at ourselves, figure out what we can do better, maybe study some other teams, see if we can get some things we can add to our packages there and run the ball, be committed to run the ball more.
Ben, there were mistakes clearly on the offensive side of the ball early in the season. The Dallas game comes to mind, the Atlanta game comes to mind, and Eli took some blame, and Tom Coughlin, of course, as the head coach, took blame. But how much of that responsibility fell on you early on with some of those clock management decisions and some of the mistakes that were made that cost the team games?
Well, I take sole responsibility for the last call there to throw the ball in the Dallas game, and I'm an aggressive guy by nature. And when we have a chance to put the dagger in somebody and do it with the ball in the quarterback's hands, and you think you have something, I'm going to go with it. The regret I have there, and where you live and where you learn is, I got to remind Eli that if he doesn't have it there, just to slide. And, that's something that's a mistake I made, and that's, that cost us a game.
Coach, during your press conference today, you were very forthright when people asked you about the Beckham situation in Carolina. You said that shouldn't have happened. My question is, why didn't anybody stop it? Why didn't you as offensive coordinator just pull him aside and say, this has to end, Odell. You can't have this happen?
Well, when Odell was coming to on the sidelines, he was in control, and he was taking his coaching. Right. And, he had one incident where he was a little bit emotional on the sideline, but that was after the last touchdown, to tie the game. And, before that on the sideline, he's taking a look at the pictures. He's taking his coaching. And, when I did talk to him at halftime, and I did talk to him a couple times during the course of the game on the sideline, he seemed under control, and something would set him off on the field.
As a head coach, Ben, would you pull him from the game? Like next year if he does it, would you pull him out of the game?
Yeah, that's something that you never want to have to do. It affects everybody in the building, but that conversation has to take place. Yes.
All right, talent. That's a major topic of conversation. Did you have enough talent to win? In your mind, was it a talent issue or a coaching issue that you finished 6-10?
Well, when you take a look at the ball games, we were in 14 out of 16 ball games, and when you're in 14 out of 16 ball games and have a chance to win them in the end, we need to play better complementary football. Offense, defense, special teams. We need to play better complementary football, feed off of each other. We got to challenge all three areas to win. We can't put all the focus on one part, on one side of the ball, or the 4-minute offense or the 2-minute defense or the special teams. It's got to be everybody together, and you have to win all three phases. It's hard to win in this league. It's a challenge to win in this league, and we need to take a look at it. We need to study it and be at our best when our best is needed.
I was curious, Coach. You went with a running back by committee for like 12 games, and then you finally went to Jennings exclusively as your main back. Why didn't you go with Jennings right from the very beginning?
Well, we were mixing some guys early and looking for some juice in the middle of the season, and Orleans gave us that juice. He's a core special teams guy for us. There were 4 guys that we felt confident handing the ball to, and we didn't feel anyone has separated themselves or got hot in the ball game to talk you out of taking carries away from the players, and you like to give everybody on the roster a role. And what it looked like when the weather got cold is what you want it to look like all the time. So the weather got cold, and our big backs ran big, and Rashad, he wanted the ball, spoke up, got the ball, and he backed it up.
How about the offensive line? Injuries, but overall, where do you feel this offensive line is to move forward? Because you can't really do much without a good offensive line.
I think we have a good nucleus of young players. I think we have some guys that we trust and who are progressing and who are developing, and we had some nicks in the middle of the season, and we took our lumps at times. But I think the way we finished, the way we started the year is pretty good. We just need it for all 16-plus games.
All right, as far as we understand, you're going to be calling the plays. You'll have an offensive coordinator, Coach. We saw it across town with Rex, essentially being the defensive coordinator, head coach, and sometimes he ignored the offense. So how will you delegate, and how will you be able to pay attention enough to the defense while you're calling the offense and all the other things you have to worry about?
Well, that could go either way. I'm not set in stone either way on whether I call it or I don't call it.
That's not official yet?
No,
okay.
Nothing's set in stone. We're going to see how the staff and everything shakes out, and you may not know until we get to the games. Anyways, that could be considered a competitive advantage there. So that's something we may keep in house until Sundays.
All right, tell us about the process. What are some of the ways you're going to cultivate a staff here going forward?
Well, right now we're in the process of touching base with everybody. These things have happened fast. It happened quickly the other night, and then yesterday, there was a lot of moving and shaking going on, and today a lot of media obligations. So when I get the opportunity to hit the phones and talk to people, I'm doing it, and got some guys in here helping out, and we're just looking right now to kind of get a feel for where everybody is and what irons are in the fire at this point, and go from there.
I know you were focused on offense, but what can you tell us about your relationship and what you like about Steve Spagnuolo as the defensive coordinator?
Well, Spags does a tremendous job. He's a great leader. He's a high character man, and he's been around the block as far as he's had different coordinator positions, and he's been a head coach in this league and has a tremendous amount of knowledge of different systems of offense and defense, and he's someone I respect his opinion tremendously.
Now, you said that during the press conference your phone was dancing. People were calling you. I'm just curious, have you spoken with Tom Coughlin since you were officially named as his successor?
Yes. Yeah, Tom and I have talked a couple times, and I saw him again briefly this morning.
And what did he say to you, if you don't mind?
We just had a small conversation. I'll keep that between us.
Can you see him being a part of this organization in some way, shape, or form if he doesn't coach elsewhere?
That's a better question for Tom. But anytime you have a resource like Tom Coughlin, and you have a chance to tap into his knowledge and experience, and you'd love to do it.
When you came over, and I guess it's kind of a pejorative term, fix Eli, although Eli had still won 2 Super Bowls, did you guys immediately click because he came out very strongly in favor of you being named the coach? What was the relationship like at the beginning, and has it progressed to a point where you would say that you're friends with him?
Well, I don't know, friends. I mean, I don't know about he's someone I respect, and I think that if you ask him, I've earned his respect. I think any time that you have a relationship where you develop some chemistry, you have to go through some tough times, and we certainly have done that. And now we're looking forward to better days ahead.